So this kind of question might be in paper 1 in the GCSE. So they might be asking you some questions about the code. So in this case, they're asking which line number is assignment first used. So if you remember that assignment statements are ones with equals, like this one. So what that means is that the variable that's called password takes the value of, in this case, let me in. So the answer to that one is going to be line 1, because that's the first place that assignment's used. Obviously, assignment's used in lots of other places here too. So we're assigning a value on line 2, and again on line 4 and 5, and we're doing it again on 9 and 10. And we're doing it again on 14, where we're getting another input from the user. So first used on line 1, and that's assignment. So anytime you've got an equals, remember that means that the identifier on the left hand side is taking the value of whatever is on the right hand side, and that could be, in this case, lines 1 and 2. That's a string, but it obviously could be a number, or it could be the return value from a function or a procedure or anything like that. So the next one, which line number is selection first used? So remember, selection is about choosing. So there's a choice at the bottom here, if. So if statements are selection. And the line number it's first used on here is 16. So the answer to that one would be 16. Sometimes they give you these as a few options for you to fill in as a multiple choice as well. So in this case, the selection is asking if the variable that's called my age is more than 21. So then next one, which line number is iteration first used on? So iteration, it's another word for looping. So it's the word that they will use is iteration. So if we look at the code, this bit of code here is our loop. So we've got a while loop. So it's a while conditional loop. While your username is not equal to username, or your password is not equal to password. And then we do these things. And the indent there shows that that is inside that while loop. So the line number we're looking for is 7, because that's the first line where it's used. So then we've got which line number uses data type casting. So when you cast a data type, you change it from one data type to another. So we're doing that here. So I don't think there's another one. No, we're doing that here. So we're using the int command to change whatever the input is, which the default for an input is a string. So we've put int, and that's going to change that into a number. So my age will become an integer number. So the line it's used on it is 14. And then the last one we've got here is which line number has 2 Boolean conditions. So which one's got 2 Boolean conditions? Well, a Boolean condition is, does one thing equal something else, or is one thing bigger than something else, or that kind of thing. Are two things the same or two things not the same? So we've got 2 conditions here. We've got while your username is not equal to username, or your password is not equal to password. So they're 2 Boolean conditions. So that is line 7. So you might get some questions in paper 1 like this, and they might be just writing down the line number, or they might be choosing what AQA often call a lozenge. So you've got this idea, you have to shade in the one that you think is correct. So it might be done that way as well.